Hello everybody, sorry for the wait. I am back. This is my goals and mains for my next competition that is happening this weekend. The first cube will be 2x2. This is the GAN 251M Pro. Yes. Now, this is my main because it is a very nice, controllable, and more of like a relaxed cube. It's controllable enough where it won't slip out of my hands, but it's not too slow where I just can't turn really fast at all. It's a perfect speed for me. I average about 3 seconds, and I'm hoping for a PR. Now, on any of these puzzles, I'm hoping for a PR because I haven't been practicing that much recently, but over the past 2-3 weeks I've been practicing quite a bit, and I've looked over my PRs, and some of them are doable, some of them aren't, but we'll see what happens. On any of these puzzles, I'm hoping for a PR, just putting that in mind. The next cube is a toss-up. It just depends on the WCA, on how they regulate the competition, but it will. If this one, my first choice, if it is allowed, will be the WRM V9. It's very fast, controllable, and I get great times on it. The only problem is that there is a chip. As you can see, there's a chip in the cube. It's not super huge, but I got counted for it at my last Great Lakes 2023, and I couldn't use this cube for one-handed. If that happens, then it's going to be the YS3. This is the Ball Core edition, but it's basically like a toss-up between these. This one, if it allows, but if it doesn't allow, it's going to be the YS3. They're both controllable, relaxed, nice cubes, and I will be using this one for sure for one-handed, but it's a toss-up for 3x3. So yeah. For 4x4, it's going to be the MGC. I had a toss-up between the Aosu WRM, but this cube performed a little bit better than it, and that's why I picked it. I average about, I would say, mid-40s, and on 3x3 I average about, I would say, about 10 or 11s. I get 9s and 8s, but mostly 10s and 11s. But again, PR on this cube would be great. Next cube for 5x5, it's going to be again the MGC. This has been actually my main for quite some time. I do have the Moyu one, which are going to be my 6 and 7, are Moyu cubes, but I do have the Moyu version of this. It's just the reason why it's not my main, because it would be my main if it wasn't stickered. I had a little problem. There was a little problem with the cubicle, and I got it stickered instead of stickerless because I guess they were out of stickerless, and I didn't realize it. So I got it stickered. That's why it's not my main. But the MGC is still a great cube, and I get pretty good times on it. I average about 130s, but I'm trying to get to 120s because that's what I used to average. But right now I'm averaging 130s, so a PR is unlikely, but if it happens, that'll be great. And then again, for 6x6, it's going to be the Moyu. It's super small, controllable, compact, and I've gotten insane times with this. My average is about 240, and again, hoping for a PR. I really like this cube. It's my favorite. It's been my main ever since I got it, and yeah, it's just been really nice. And then the 7x7 is going to be the Moyu. I've had this cube for a while. This, I think, was my first one that I got. I'm pretty sure the 7x7 was released before the 6, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this cube is very nice, very controllable. I've had this cube for a while. I average about 410 on it, and again, PR is everything I hope for. The next cube will be the Moyu Pyraminx. This is the newer one. There were some complications at the start about like people's cores breaking, but mine's actually still the factory core. I didn't actually replace it at all. It's still the same core. It was a toss-up between the X-Men Bell and this cube. The only reason why I thought the X-Men Bell would be better is because sometimes when I solve this cube, these will pop off, but it only happens from time to time. But it has been happening recently, more often than it usually is. But I still main this cube because it's fast, controllable, and I get the best times on it. The X-Men Bell is just a lot more slower, more controllable, but I like fast. I wouldn't like it as slow as the X-Men Bell. I average about, say, 7 to 8, and a PR is all I hope for. For Megaminx, it will be the Diane MV2. I got this at US Nationals, I'm not mistaken, and I've used it ever since then. It's definitely a lot better than the GAN. I think what I used to average, I'm pretty sure was a minute 30s, but I think now what I'm solving as, I do do get minute 30s, I sometimes do get minute 20s, but usually I would get minute 40s with this. I am a little rusty on Megaminx, but a PR is all I hope for, but I don't know if it's going to happen with this cube. The next cube is Scube, and it is the GAN Enhanced. Remember, I did make a unboxing on this, and I did review it. Basically, why I got it, because as you know, I used to have just the basic Scube, basic GAN Scube, but that cube is super uncontrollable, too fast, and this cube is more relaxed, more controllable, and is basically a better version of it. I average about 9/8 and a PR. This is probably going to be a more likely PR if I get good times on it. As long as I get all 8s, it's a new PR. Average, but single is unlikely. It's like a 3 or something. But PR is all I hope for. Next cube will be Square One, and it is the MGC. Now, Square One is probably my least practiced event out of all of these. I do not practice Square One. I don't like the concept of Square One. I just don't really care for it. But I do know it. I do practice it sometimes, and I just try to do the best I can. I get anywhere from 20s to 30s, and a PR is all I hope for. Probably not, because I don't practice the event very much, but I'm hoping for a new PR if that's possible. The last event is Clock. Again, this is probably self-explanatory. It's the Chi Clock. It's the only super good clock on the market, really. There's a SingShao, but probably the best. And I average about, I would say, probably 11s to 13s. And the PR is all I'm hoping for. I think my PR average is like a 12, and my single is like a 10. So I'm hoping for a single. I think just getting a 9 in comp would be really nice. But a 12 average, even getting that lower, would be really nice too. That is all. That is all the cubes I will be maining and bringing and doing for Michigan Championships 2024. If I did not mention this, or if you guys forgot, the YS3M will be my one-handed main. I didn't mention the event because I use the same cube. But once one-handed is going to be the YS3M. It doesn't matter if the WRM works. It'll be the YS3M. That is all. I will see you guys in a few days when the comp happens. See y'all later.